Hey everyone, TuneSA here, back with another video, and today we are tackling the Crash One Life challenge for real this time. I did it as a bit of a meme a few days ago with one arm. One life, one arm. This time I'm using two arms. I'm still in a cast, but I'm trying to rest my cast arm over my legs and then letting my left arm do most of the work. So, you know, I'm nearly playing the game normally. This isn't a very comfortable position to be sat in, to be honest. So, like, I'm probably going to be 90% as accurate as I otherwise would be. But I'm not going to let that be an excuse. I know some YouTubers have been following along with the challenge as well. I'm not that interested about beating those guys because this is really kind of like a personal test, a personal challenge to see how far you can get in one life. And there's a lot that can go wrong in Crash 1. Crash 1 and Crash 2 in particular, there's a lot that can go wrong. Crash 3, it's going to be the vehicle levels that probably screw you over a bit more. But in Crash 1 and Crash 2, there's a lot of pits that can cause your death. We got as far as the Great Gate last time with the one-hand challenge, so we've just got to beat that to surpass my one-handed goals. I don't think I'm going to have any real test until it starts getting to, like, Rolling Stones and beyond, to be honest. Just wait for this to wear off. Once it gets to Rolling Stones, like, there's more things that can kind of go wrong. Hog Wild, I have a personal vendetta with because there's one particular enemy that I just can't judge that enemy on this version of the game. I have zero issues with that enemy. It's after the first checkpoint in that level. I have zero issues with that first enemy after that checkpoint on the original. But on this version of the game, for some reason, I can't judge how to avoid that enemy. So it often ends up killing me. So, you know, I'm expecting to die there because it's just become a bit of a... what's the word? A bogey for me. A sticking point. A bottleneck. But if I can, then I'd love to beat Ripperoo. That would be a great place for me to get to. I'd be really happy if I can somehow get past Ripperoo without dying. You know, because Rolling Stones, Native Fortress, Hog Wild, Up the Creek. There's a lot of moving parts in those levels that can get you killed. As long as I get to the halfway point on the third tier of this stage, then we are ahead of the one-hand challenge. Unfortunately, my elbow's not quite at the stage yet where I can consider doing relics again. Because when you're doing relics, you know, you're going to tense up your arm quite a lot because there's a lot of near misses. So you do a lot of, like, clutching of your controllers. So, yeah, it's probably a few weeks away yet before I can even consider, am I in the right health to try relics again. But something like this probably isn't going to cause my arm too much stress. Because I'm not really tensing with this, and even if I did tense, it'd be a single time. We've now beaten the one-arm challenge. Let's go. Boulders is a level that plays a little bit differently on this version as well compared to the original. Mainly because you notice the difference in jumps on Insane versus the original. And, you know, the pill-shaped hitbox can always be something to be wary of. But yeah, I don't know if anyone's ever followed Odd's videos. He's a guy that used to mod the Insane trilogy quite a bit. Yeah, he discovered that on the first level, Insanity Beach, when you're climbing the stairs, there's a giant scripted square over that area. which means that when Crash jumps while he's in that area, his maximum jump height is significantly higher. And that's like the only place that he was able to find in the first game that alters Crash's jump height. So it seems like, you know, early on in the game, they were playing around with having Crash have different jump heights. Some people said it was just to make that one section doable or easier for new players. So yeah, there's that theory as well. This level can eat a dick. This level, as I know from Relics, has a lot of dodgy hitboxes on scenery and, you know, lily pads and logs and whatnot, and Venus flytraps. There's so many places that you could very much accidentally fall through platforms, because I've seen it happen numerous times in the Relic runs that I did, where you're clearly on a platform, but I don't know, Crash's baby toe is sticking off the platform and that's enough to suck you to your death. The death plane on this level is quite high. It's like in line with the water. And if you look closely, you can see that the water, you know, is only very slightly below where the platforms are. So you can sometimes just walk off a leaf and the death plane will hit you before you even have a chance to jump. There's no coyote time to be had on this stage, but we've done it, so that's great. Next up is Papu Papu, who's not going to be a threat at all. There would always be a chance of dying to Papu Papu accidentally if you didn't have any masks. Like just one dodgy hitbox on his shoulder or his butt crack could be enough to kill you. But because you have two masks, like even if, God forbid, there was some kind of dodgy hitbox incident, you'd have a chance to recover from that. Oh, there we go. So he does have an invincibility frame, actually. You have to wait till he slams his staff down. That's something I've never noticed, actually. Yeah. Alright, we're at the first, I would say the first major challenge. Rolling Stones. This level can be quite unforgiving. So we are going to take this level slowly. It's one of the things though, maybe you get the same thing happen to you, but sometimes when you take a level too slowly, you end up overthinking, and so you actually end up in more danger than if you were just playing the level normally. I should really put the volume of the game up a little bit because I can't really hear my Aku. Don't know if I got hit then or not. I can still see a sparkle on my Aku, so I think I'm good. I think it just ran out. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Come on, we've done this many times on the Relic, just going through the obstacles. This is a bit of a dodgy jump. Got through it, though. Ooh, oh gosh, nearly died then because I couldn't see shit, but we made it through. Alright, Squeaky Bum time. Hog Wild. This is my nemesis level. I think that's the enemy there, but I think... Okay, I think I got past him without a problem this time because he usually kills me while I'm going for boxes. But if you're not going for the box, you can actually just clear him quite easily, it turns out. I have no idea why I'm still getting the proclivity to collect lives. Lives do not change anything in a one life challenge. Go figure. It's like the autopilot, I guess. Oh, nice. We beat Hog Wild. That was the level that I was most worried about on the first island. Native Fortress is a bit of a bitch as well, let's face it. It does have some really difficult moments, particularly in the second and third tiers. But yeah, if I beat Native Fortress, I'm a little bit more confident with Up the Creek, which means I'm more likely to hit my target. Oh, it's robbed me of my Akkus, hasn't it? The Hogwild level. So yeah, remember my target is to beat Ripperoo. So as long as I take this level slow and steady, we should be okay. But again, it's just one of those things where sometimes you overthink and that can be all that it takes. But like something like those door guys, I'm definitely going to take the time to land on their heads and just spin them out of the way rather than jump over them, because again, sometimes you could mistime the jump, hit their backside and somehow die. Those turtles could also end up being quite unforgiving. We've seen in Wumpa Lewis's Relic series, those turtles, they have dodgy hitboxes on their tails that sometimes extend quite a bit beyond. So they could also be quite the culprit. Just play it safe. Monkeys, they can also rebound you to your death if you spin them at the wrong moment. We've made it through, though, to 2/3 of the level. We've just got the final tier to do. Arguably the hardest. I actually found the third tier less of a problem when going for relics. Weirdly enough. It was mainly the second tier that was causing me problems, but let's see how we fare. Obviously not going for a relic here. Ooh, see what I mean? You know, if I didn't have an Akku there, that could have chose to be a real bitch. We've obviously got the 3 Fires of Doom to deal with. They obviously used to cause me a lot of problems as a kid. But, like, since playing the Insane Trilogy, I've not really died to the 3 Fires. You're more likely to accidentally die by misjudging that platform there. You know, we're on track to beat the first island. I'm pretty happy with that as a start. Thank God there was not a pit at the bottom there. Up the creek. Just like upstream. The only danger, really, of this level is dodgy hitboxes on scenery and platforms. They're always going to be a danger on this level. I fell through leaves, I fell through logs, I fell through Venus flytraps, you name it. The only platforms that are usually quite safe are these square stone platforms. You have to literally misjudge those to die on them, really. This monkey can cause problems, but not if you're patient. Just if you're going for the relic. Patience. About halfway through the level now. Ooh. That was unnecessarily a near-death experience. Barely made that jump. Ooh. Bit wary there, hang on. This is where, you know, you start overthinking every single jump that you just take completely naturally if you're going for the platinums. And then after Ripperoo, if I somehow make it past Ripperoo, I think it's Lost City, isn't it? Lost City is obviously the hardest level. I'd say it's considerably the hardest level to do in one life so far. More so than Native Fortress. Jump. Spin. Cool as a cucumber. Yeah, this level's actually pretty long when you take it slowly. Alright, there we go. Cool, we've made it to our target. As long as I beat Ripperoo, which I shouldn't have a problem with, but never say never. Ripperoo, you are likely to occasionally have issues with not hitboxes, that's the wrong one. In Crash 1, his hitboxes were a bit more dodgy, actually. It's more likely that you're going to misjudge jumps to platforms. Arguably, Ripperoo is accidentally one of the more difficult bosses. Stay here, please. There we go. Perfect. That was probably the fastest and easiest Ripperoo I've ever done in my life. Not gonna lie. Alright, here we go. If I somehow get through the Lost City, then the second bane of my existence will come to pass. A level, again, that I don't have issues with in the original. Temple Ruins. That level, the depth perception on the Insane Trilogy just causes me so many issues. And again, it's a level on the original that I don't even think of at all. It's just there. And you can't say that about too many levels past Island 1 in Crash 1. Is a level that's like, oh yeah, it's just there and you have to get through it. Another level that was like that for me was Generator Room. Generator Room was just there in the original for me. For the Insane though, it's probably a big point. It's got some really large jumps that I'm likely to get wrong. Excuse me. Okay, tier 1 down, but let's face it, that's not the tier that anyone's ever worried about. There's a couple of dodgy jumps, obviously, at the top of this place that have caused me problems. Why? I'm glad that I'm making mistakes. I've made a mistake in Native Fortress and now Lost City, both vertical platforming where there's no danger of death. Whereas if this was Sunset Vista, it does have a place that can kill you vertically. Okay, again, just take it patiently. That was needlessly heart-wrenching. Go, 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 go. Ooh. That was also a little bit tighter than it needed to be. Okay, what we got? Do. It's not often that you kind of have to deal with these puzzles. When you're so used to relics and you're just thinking, all right, I'm going to try a dodgy jump to skip this puzzle. This little bastard here, this little Goku. But yeah, that little Gecko, I keep calling him a Gecko. That little Gecko there has caused me a few deaths in the past. So they also can sometimes have dodgy hitboxes. Alright, we've got one Torna, go me. Go. Right, let's just wait for him to come back to play it safe. This jump here as well, this final jump has killed me several times in my life. But yeah, Lost City down, nice. We have exceeded my expectations now because I've not only beaten Ripperoo, or beaten the level after Ripperoo. I don't remember where Garland got to on this challenge. I seem to recall, I've watched Wumpa Lewis's Crash 1 attempt. I've not seen his 2 and 3 one yet. I seem to recall Wumpa Lewis got to Road to Nowhere, I want to say, which is a very, very understandable place to lose a run. You know what? I really genuinely don't want Triple Aku, because Triple Aku makes me reckless. So I'm going to wait for it to wear off. Like, I'm more likely to just steamroll ahead mentally if I think, oh, I've got Triple Aku, so it's all fine. I'd rather not have it. Right, this is where my skill issue definitely comes in. It's the vertical platforming section. Not vertical, sorry. Well, it is kind of vertical, but like the platforming sections that are forward and the camera's at this angle. I don't even know what to describe, how to describe this perspective, but this kind of forced zoomed in perspective does cause me a lot of issues. Again, it's not something that causes me an issue in the original, so I'm not sure how the camera angle is different in this version, but something about it just makes it harder for me to judge what I'm doing. It might just be a placebo thing, and it might be that I'm full of shit and the camera angle is actually identical to the original. But just, I feel less sure of where I'm jumping on this one. Oh, fuck off. I don't want Triple Aku. Guess I've got it now. I didn't actually mean to get that Triple Aku either. Okay. Oh, nearly went too soon there. There it is. That drops. Again, I'm playing this way safer than I ordinarily would. I'd have been across there very quickly usually, but I was just trying my best to play it safe. Come on. What are we on? Somehow made it to 26 lives. We've got an Aku to play with, or two Akus to play with, just in case there's anything funky to do with bats at the end. But I'm more concerned about these platforms here that go up and down than the bats, to be honest. Still, never say never. This is another jump that's quite infamous for people accidentally fucking up because of, yeah, not being able to see clearly there. But we got through it, okay. I'm going to ignore Triple Aku again. And typically on this level, I am mixing it between jumping on the ropes. But jumping on the ropes is great for platinum relics and whatnot. But when you've only got one life, jumping on the ropes could very easily be a death sentence. So, jumping on the ropes, not jumping on the ropes. Like, both of them are very dangerous in this level, but with jumping on the ropes, it's more about will the game... Yes, you need to land in the right place, but it's also will the game let you stay on the rope. Whereas if I mess up, let's say, a jump here, I might take a hit here actually on this hog. If I die here, for example, it's because I've misjudged a jump and it's all on me. I'm not putting any onus on the game, any sort of control into the game's hands on whether or not I died. Don't know why I'm getting checkpoints either. Again, it means absolutely nothing. What level's even after this if I somehow make it past it? It is... Is it Boulder Dash? Might be Boulder Dash. Which, I don't want to toot my own horn. But Boulder Dash should be a relatively safe level. It's one of those levels that, like, I don't die on the boulder levels on Crash 1 usually. It's weird. Again, it's like one of those things, it's very different when you're a kid. The boulder levels do kill you as a kid. So in which case, I might take the damage on this hog just to free up the area. I want him to kind of like tusk me right there. Come on, tusk me. Thank you. Get him out of the way. Because if it is Boulder Dash next, then... What's the word? If it is Boulder Dash next, then it takes away my Akus anyway. Risky. You know, you can't do a jump like that on the high road. On the high road, the gap is a lot further, so you will miss. So on the high road, if that happens, you've got to go for the bridge jump. We did it. We beat Road to Nowhere. Nice. We just went past 30 minutes as well. Yeah, it is Boulder Dash. Now, I've just berated this level as a level that's never going to cause me problems. Watch this be the level I die at now. That would be dramatic irony right at the end. I mean, if I beat this level, then, again, Sunset Vista, that's another respectable level to die at, because most people die on Sunset Vista. I think masks do carry over on this game, but only if you finish a level. So what I might do is if I beat Boulder Dash somehow, say somehow, I should beat Boulder Dash. If I do beat Boulder Dash, what I might do is I might go back to Insanity Beach, pick up the extra Akus, so that Sunset Vista is a little bit less terrifying. Because there's a few things in the early game of Sunset Vista that can kill you. Particularly bats. Bats are a little bit of a boogeyman for me. Yeah, the only uncomfortable thing about playing like this is like my right arm is at a right angle, which is a very unnatural position. Like, usually your two arms would be, like, in front of you. But, like, my left arm is, like, this way, and my right arm's, like, that. So it's a bit uncomfortable to play it like this, but... Which means I'm gonna go back and quickly collect those Akus, because it'd be a shame if I just died to, like, a very unfortunate, you know, bat cycle. Because there are a couple of bat cycles in Sunset Vista that are a bit shitty. If I die to like a mistimed jump or anything on Sunset Vista, I won't even be angry because I've already reached further than I expected. Okay, here we go, the big one. You say the big one, and then you get to Island 3, where 3/4 of the level, 3/4 of the island, you're going to be saying to yourself, alright, here's another big one. You've got slippery climb, you've got high road, you've got, where else? Generator room in particular, just on this version. What else do you have? The lab. The Great Hall. The Great Gatsby. The Great Escape. The Great Gate. The Great Beyond. Running out of things to go. Great. About to say the Great Canyon. That's not even a thing. The Great Barrier Reef. Also, happy birthday, Psychic Gamer. For some reason, I thought that you were memeing, like with a spoiler tag that it was your birthday, but it turns out it is actually your birthday. So I dedicate this performance to you. Do me with my one arm when no one else would. First tier of Sunset Vista, is that going to be down? No, what's going on here? Okay, it should be this one. There we are. Go, go, go. Okay, we are a third of the way through Sunset Vista, and yeah, having the, you know, I didn't lose an Aku, but having that backup of Akus definitely helped, I would say. Wow. Come on. What am I waiting for? Just go for it. I forgot my, the old thing that you need to do from the relic there is just go for that one, otherwise you miss it. And you have to wait for the cycle to play out again. There it is. That goes in. This should come back out again. There it is. Okay. It's weird. You see like fires down there, but there's literally nothing down there. If you drop there, obviously you die. This could be a bit risky going for triple Aku here, but there are some annoying bats to deal with. So this will help make me indestructible against those. I'm not sure if, like, obviously triple Aku helps with your speed a little bit, running speed. I'm not sure if it affects Crash's jump height at all. We have made it to the final tier of Sunset Vista, you know. I know what I said about triple Akus earlier, but they might come in handy on this section. That's why I got it. What can sometimes get you fucked with triple Akus, though, as well, is things like this, yeah. But also, sometimes, like, hitboxes hit you a little bit different when you've got triple Aku. What is this? It's a long fucking one, wherever it is. Has triple Aku fucked me over here? Because I don't see a way through this. Wait, hang on. So it goes like, those two come out. Then you can... Oh no, that would kill me. What is this pattern? That would kill me. That comes out. I think that's when you have to go, you know. I think I can see what you're supposed to do, but it's not very easy. It's there. That's when you go. I just need to see what the last block does when that happens. That's when you go, when that one comes back in. That goes in, that goes in, that will come out. That's it there. I need to get it when it goes back in. There, that's when you go. There, why did I go back? That was the one. I actually got it right then. And then just panicked. That was it again. I'm really bad at recognizing patterns. It's this one. That's it, okay. Oh. That was quite stressful, not gonna lie. Okay, what's this parent again? I forgot. That's it, isn't it? That goes out, then that comes out, okay. Okay, I think I need to jump when this is at the top. Again, you only overthink this when you've got one life. If that was like a relic, you're just not overthinking it at all. You just instinctually go when you know it's safe. But yeah, I think we've done Sunset Vista here. Very proud of myself. It is still possible to die right at the end of Sunset Vista. Or even if I did, I'd be very, very happy with the fact that I just conquered most of it, particularly the most difficult parts. Don't know if that makes it better or worse if you die to a really stupid part at the end of Sunset Vista. But like, there's only like one possible thing that could kill me from what I can remember at this point. And luckily that's not as scary as it was dropping all the way down like that. It's the last lizard. As long as I kill the last lizard in the right way, it should be fine. Because I've still got 2 Akus to play with, even if I land on a fire somehow. Can we land on the thing, please? That'd be great. Man, Crash's vertical jump height is really poor on this game. It needs to be like 10% higher than what it is to make me happy. It's just ever so slightly too piddly shit in height. Right, this guy, this final guy could be detrimental. We got him, never mind. Just don't die on the last jump, Toonie. Yes! We beat Sunset Vista. Wow, 2 islands, nearly. Just gotta beat Koala Kong. Don't remember if I have any Akus in Koala Kong. I think I do. Alright, Coca-Cola Kong. Oh, okay, I got my 2 Akus. I like my chances. 2. Come on, get out of the way. We should be good, I hope. Just wait for that minecart to go past just to be safe. There we go. Nice, we've done 2 islands in 1 life. Wow. Definitely didn't think I'd be doing that. That's amazing. Oh, so yeah, you know, it could well be the case. It could well be the case that if things keep going like this, that generator room is gonna be where the run dies for me. I'll be surprised if heavy machinery is the place that happens to be the place I die. That would surprise me. It's not a level that I'm anticipating to be a problem. But never say never. Anything on Island 3 is difficult, really, except like... well, yeah, the Great Hall, obviously, but anything else? Cortex Power's a little bit on the easier side if you know what you're doing. Yeah, let's just take it slowly down. Again, we've still got 2 Akus as well, so let's not forget the Insanity Beach strategy. I'm not sure if the lab is a level that actually robs you of your Akus. It might be, now that I think about it. I think the lab is just like boulders where you literally can't enter. This is the one semi-difficult part that I can think of in this level, where you could potentially accidentally jump to your death. And then, yeah, we're at the end of the level. Okay, yeah, so heavy machinery, not really a level I was worried about, and that proved why. If you take heavy machinery slowly, it's not really a level that should kill you, to be honest. There's much harder levels in Island 2. Cortex Power, though, could be a bit of a dark horse, you know. I sped run it a lot during the relics, where I was just happy, like, I wasn't that bothered if I died because the level's so short. That last jump worried me a little bit, actually. I have died there quite a bit in the relic. Okay, I think this is now just a gauntlet of big tests, except if I can enter Toxic Waste with 2 Akus, that one should be fine. But Generator Room has so many dodgy jumps for me in this version of the game. You'll know which jump I'm talking about if you followed my channel for a while, because I've died to the same jump many times. It's coming up over here. This jump here, I think it's this one. This jump here has killed me so many freaking times. We made it across. Beautiful. But yeah, that jump is... it's weirdly annoying. There's a couple more jumps that could kill me in this stage. That was the main one. But there's also a few platforms that go at diagonals, and I'm also a bit funny at taking platforms diagonally. That can kill me quite a few times. Like this platform here can sometimes kill me just because I mistimed the jump. But yeah, if you're just patient, actually, it's not that bad. Because you can just wait until the platform lines up, as long as you're not rushing. Russia, no rushing. Just take it slow, get rid of all of the potential obstacles where you can't see shit. Can take the easy way because we're not going for boxes. Again, just take it all the way to the end. Take a risk on that jump because I should have missed that jump. We are quickly approaching, though, slippery climb and the high road. Is it Pinstripe next? I hope so, because that's another free level, hopefully. Toxic waste. Do I still have my 2 Akus? Yes, I do. Because I have 2 Akus, this should not be a level that kills me. Again, it's one of those levels where even when I did the relic, the amount of times I just went into the goo. That's pretty funny. If you press nothing, you actually hop over the barrels there. Like, I didn't press anything to jump over those barrels, but the Aku, triple Aku, just actually automatically makes you hop over them if they touch you. Which is probably why sometimes you get some weird interactions when you've got triple Aku and you try and jump at the exact same time. You end up with this really weird scenario. Oh, nearly lost an Aku there unnecessarily. I've got obviously double Akus to lose, but trying not to risk the chance of like accidentally damage boosting into the goo. Okay, toxic waste down. That one, again, wasn't super worried about that one. Not when you can have 2 Akus. I get the feeling that Slippery Climb does take away your Akus after Pinstripe, but I could be wrong. But Slippery Climb's a level where having extra Akus isn't going to help you all that much, since pitfalls are where you're likely going to die. But yeah, we've got Pinstripe, so that's another free one. Oh shit, it's High Road after this. I get the feeling when they made this boss fight, they just thought the character was cool, rather than the actual barrel itself. They didn't really think that much into it. Okay, this is probably where the run dies. I'm very not confident with High Road. I was really happy to get through Road to Nowhere, but getting through High Road is a whole nother beast. There's just so many things that can go wrong in this level because of the sheer amount of turtles. Turtles, again, in the original, I didn't feel like turtles were that much of a problem. You seem to get a little bit more height. In this one, I'm not sure, like, what's wrong with the turtles, but the height just does not feel as far. Shit. Probably not supposed to do that. I might still be able to make this when he comes back. There we go. And that turtle does not look that far away. Ooh. That was dirt. There it is. There it is. Too much of a soft jump there. Okay, well, we got pretty far. Really happy with that. It is definitely a level that's worthy of the difficulty status that it has, High Road. I feel like I wish I could have got a little bit further into the level. That wasn't particularly where I thought I was going to die, a silly jump like that, but here's what it is. Still had really a lot of fun with that challenge, and I don't think I would do that great on a second attempt, to be honest. I think most 9 times out of 10 I'm going to die somewhere in Ireland too. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on my next video.